been absolutely wild. And the most wild part about it is I've been hitting the Benadryl because of the dog. So the Benadryl usually puts me right out.
Oh, yeah.
And the Benadryl's not doing a thing. Like, I had that moment during the podcast where I forgot where I was.
Oh, the dissociative.
Dude, for like probably 2-3 minutes.
Has that ever happened to you when you're just walking at the mall? You're like,
it's happened to me when I'm
doing?
Yeah, man, I'm an insomniac. That's happened to me a million times.
I always used to get scared as shit when that would happen to me because I was like, I'm dying.
Yeah,
100%.
No, but
it's anxiety is when you forget like where you are.
Yeah,
you're
like,
traveling in your head to these thoughts because you haven't slept. You're hallucinating.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me because I'm cognizant of the fact that it's because I haven't slept. So like none of it bothers me. But there was probably about 2 to 3 minutes on the pod on Monday that like I just spaced out, like completely was out of it. Damn. It was wild.
Were you thinking of anything, or were you just no?
No, I was just gone.
That happens to me, like I said the other day, like when I read.
Yeah,
and my ADHD or something.
Yeah, you go into autopilot.
I'm thinking about something completely different while I'm reading. You read?
No,
evidently, because I'm not reading what I'm reading. It's wild.
But yeah, like the typical is like probably in 4 days I usually will get like somewhere around 13 to 15 hours. So like 7 is rough.
13 to 15 per night?
No, total.
It's like, wow.
Yeah, no, total in 4 days. But yeah,
I'm on lions do.
I'm on 7 hours in the last 4 days, and that's like being generous. So like I slept like 6:45 and woke up like to get ready for work at 8. Like that's how today went.
It's like studying for finals and taking Adderall.
Yeah, but like it's been a long time that I've been, you know what I mean, like dealing with insomnia, so it's fine.
You'll have a sleep when it's like 14 hours. You wake up and go, ugh.
No, I don't do that. But like I'll get like a good like I'll sleep for like 3-4 hours straight, and then I'll wake up and I'll feel like I can go back to sleep, and I'll be like, cool, like just listen to your body. Like there was one day that I came in at like probably 1 o'clock last week because I hadn't slept for like 2 days. I got probably like 4 hours of sleep in 2 days. And so like I went to sleep for 4 hours and I woke up and I was like, oh, I can sleep more. So I just texted them and I was like, I'll see you guys in like 4 hours. And I went back to sleep.
The only time I like when I'm sleep deprived is when I get like slap happy. And I'm like when you're relaxed and everything's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. But when I can't sleep, sometimes if you go too long without sleeping, you're afraid to go to sleep. Have you ever had that where you're going to bed and you start to like fucking...
No, because for me...
myoclonic jerks from that.
Because for me, like I get that like best level sleep. You ever have that sleep where you wake up and you have no idea what time of day it is or where you are?
No, that would freak me out and wake me up more.
Dude, I like
control freak.
Oh my goodness, I'll get like 2 hours, 3 hours of sleep, and I'll wake up and I'll be like, yo, what day is it? What time is it? Do I have to be somewhere?
Dude, sometimes I'll be like putting one of my kids to sleep just for a nap, right? And
yeah,
I'll doze off with them for like 5 minutes, and you wake up and I'm like, holy shit, how long have I been knocked out? And it's like just because you're at a level of being so exhausted.
Yep.
But I'm in the same boat where I just like I'll do stuff until about 10 o'clock. Yeah. Kind of crash, and then I'm like at 2 o'clock like. Go to bed.
Well, Burt said the same thing, because he was like, oh, like you'll be good with false because like he'll be up and he'll be like, oh, I had an idea, and it'll be 3 o'clock in the morning. Yep. I'm like,
always.
Yeah, man. But like honestly, it just like you get used to it, really, like for the most part.
There's certain people you meet and you don't ever ask them, but you assume they're going to be awake when you're awake, so you just text them at 1 a.m.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like I have a friend of mine who I just feel like he would be awake at a certain time. So I'm like, hey, what's up? He's like, what's going on? But I also know this guy who's like a thoracic surgeon doctor.
Yeah.
I never text him past 8. Even though I've never asked him if he's up. I just assume he wouldn't be up.
Don't want to bother someone.
I'm not fucking bothered.
Dude, I'll get late night texts from people who know that like I'm an insomniac, and I'll just text them and I'll be like, nope. I'll just say no in return because I'm like, it's 3 o'clock. Like we're going to sit here, we're going to talk until 6. Like if I have a chance of sleeping, I'm taking that chance. But when the world's asleep, it's a tough time.
I feel like in the summer when the temperature is nice, it's not too humid, and you don't want to go to bed because you're like, this is such a nice, rare New England summer where it just feels nice, and you're like, I can't sleep right now. And then you wake up and the sun's up.
How many times do you say nice?
A lot.
He's
real nice. I was in it. I was feeling the nice.
He was in the scene that he was describing.
I mean, summer nights are the best.
Unreal.
Like, he painted me a picture.
Yeah, I felt it.
Yeah.
I'm done. I didn't even get to sign the painting. I'm too busy.
One of one.
It was a nice experience.
Oh yeah.
Are you a couch? Are you a couch sleeper? Can
I
you
like
fall
the
asleep
couch.
anywhere?
I don't nap in the day ever. I can't. I'm against it. And it's not. If I go to sleep and I wake up, I get the tingling. I don't know. I can't describe it unless you've ever had DTs, like where you wake up and you're like, oh, I feel like fucking electrified. You ever have that?
No.
I can't.
Might be like apnea or something, but I'll get so deep into sleep, my heart rate will go down to like 35.
That's interesting.
And then I'll wake up and kind of like my body still has like, it feels like I'm not quite awake. Like I have a little bit of a
You can't really move.
paralysis. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
a
get
little
that.
sleep
I
paralysis.
get deep into sleep, and then if I wake up halfway through it, like can't move, and then I kind of start to, it feels like the electricity's kind of just starting to come back
Yeah.
into my body. So
Wow.
I can't, especially if I do it in the day, that happens
That's-
to me.
That only happens to me during the day.
It's weird.
I can't sleep in a recliner, but
No.
I can sleep during the day.
No, I can't fall
Dude, when I
asleep.
tell you like sleep is not a thing for me, like I can only sleep and for a certain amount of time on my bed. Just I'll fall asleep, do my thing, wake up like I'm already dressed and ready to go for the day. Like I don't know, it's just weird, you know. Then don't get me wrong. Then I'll have days where I'm just like 9 hours, 10 hours. Like,
Yeah.
those nights
7
are kind of
a.m.
like.
to 10 a.m. is the best.
I think my.
Oh
thing
yeah,
is-
nothing is better than that time. It's like just like this morning. Like yeah, that at 7 o'clock in the morning is the best time to sleep.
I feel like that's. I wake up at 7. I go, nice. Everyone else, I picture everyone else in traffic, and it brings me joy.
Yeah, legit. But what you said was actually like super true. Like when the kids are super young, dude, nothing puts you out quicker than like it's nap time. Oh, it's your nap time. It's my nap time, and I'm out. I'm out.
Do you ever sleep on? I can't sleep on my back anymore. I feel like I wake up drowning. I can't sleep on my back.
Dude,
Yeah, I'm not a
you
back sleeper.
probably have sleep apnea.
Yeah, have
Yeah,
you've never been
yeah.
checked for that?
No.
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm not a doctor, but that is what it sounds like. I
I
can
was
sleep on my
hoping
back.
you'd say me too, but
Yeah,
I think both my parents have sleep apnea, right?
They do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like something that could be corrected.
it's
Like,
super prevalent.
if
yeah,
you
you
don't
gotta
think
wear a
you-
mask and
I know.
Not
tired of that.
always. There's
Honestly,
surgeries
though,
you can get. There's
Not
like
only the
different-
surgeries, but diet too.
Yeah,
It's
diet can
absolutely-
change. If there are any like sedatives like that are in like your sort of like diet if you're a drinker or anything like that, like
Yep.
getting rid of that. Like
That all-
there are
I don't
tons of
drink.
different things.
I only drink coffee.
What is it? It's just like your breathing
It's just the
slows
air's
down
not.
so
yeah,
much.
the
while
air's
you're
not
sleeping
flowing
that-
correctly.
Yeah, so
Or
like
not enough of
sometimes
it's
it's
going
people's
in.
like it's people's
be
like
your
tongues.
nose.
Like and sometimes it's like it's sleeping on your back, like it just causes everything to relax. So it,
I
like,
did
blocks
nap
your
I
on
air.
the
also
test
have-
and it sucked.
What
What's
did you
that?
have to do for that?
They literally
hook
they
you up
give
to
you a
stuff.
thing that you go home with, and you have to like wire yourself up. I woke up with it off.
Yeah, I took one too.
I couldn't read it.
Yeah.
And then they sent me
Growing
the
up,
machine.
Though, very interesting fact about him. Growing up, we shared a room for a long while in our childhood. Like, he fucking talked in his sleep. Like, he would
Oh, I do
fight
too.
motherfuckers in his sleep.
yeah.
I'm an angry
Do you ever wake
man.
up talking and you realize you're saying weird
I've
shit?
had
It's
I've
a
had
scary thing.
I
conversations.
started slapping the ground once, and my
Jesus.
girlfriend goes, "What are you doing?" I went, "The bees."
Jeez.
She's like, "You're fucking
Jeez.
Start
crazy."
slapping her face.
I did. No, I did. She was when we moved in together. And she was asleep, and I woke up to her going, "I was doing this." I have to go on camera. So I was doing this like a creepy troll. I went like this, and I fucking poked her right in the center of her forehead. And I woke up doing this, and she goes, "What are you doing?" And I went, "I don't know."
You were probably arguing with somebody.
But I
You're
knew,
making your point.
But the weird thing was, I knew, like, where to get her, but I didn't know where to get her. Someone else was controlling my movements. It
Yeah.
wasn't like I knew I was going after the forehead. It was like I woke up, I'm like, that's where I wanted it. But my eyes were closed. So how did I know that?
No, but it kind of makes
You
sense.
know?
Like, two of my kids are like they're sleepwalking.
Straight off the
He flew in
flight.
just for this.
That was perfect.
Yeah, she's the best female fighter in the sport.
I go
Valentina
back
Shevchenko.
next week, by the way.
The 42, do we want this?
I mean, yeah, it's nice.
I just want to trade for shitty Pokemon.
Yeah, yeah.
You think
All
it's
day.
shitty.
I say I go back next week.
You going back already?
Yeah.
Teddy, what was that? What was the trade?
Back
What was the
to
trade
Orlando.
going down?
For what?
Going to my
They
buddy's
just want some
house now.
Pokemon. In return, looks like we're getting a Valentina Shevchenko Pulsar Fireworks insert. Number 2, I think he said 42.
That'll be worth money
What do you
for
think
about a
about-
month.
You like it?
Yeah. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, I mean,
I'll take that trade.
yeah. Honestly, for us, getting off some of the Pokemon stuff is good, and then in return we get you got a Hall of Fame fighter, a numbered card. It's nice. So yeah,
It's awesome. Nice job. You're doing your job on trade night,
yeah,
Burt.
exactly.
That's what he had to interrupt us
Yeah,
for.
all of my kids talk in their sleep. Every single one of them.
Yeah,
Well, when you're a kid, you do it more. I used
Can
to
I
sleep
tell you?
walk, too.
Can I tell you?
Yeah, two of my kids.
So
I peed in a shoe.
Segue. Great story. Woke up one morning. It was actually super early, getting ready for work. Could not find my phone. Nowhere to be found. Ripped my room apart. Ripped my apartment apart. Everything. Couldn't find it. I found it like an hour later in the freezer.
No.
damn.
I think I went to get water,
And just
and I
You had
grabbed
to-
my phone
you had
as
to
I went
train
to
it?
grab water, and I opened both, and I put it in there. I grabbed a bottle, and I bounced.
How
out.
old were you?
In your brain, you
Oh,
were
this
at
was
the...
like 5 years ago.
Oh, you probably sent a late night text. It was like, you up?
And then I froze it
Yeah.
because when I grabbed my phone in the morning, it wouldn't turn on for like it had to thaw out.
Yeah, man. You were probably like, you up? And you're like, terrible idea.
No, in his dream, he was at the concession stand. He's like, "Let me get my money."
I don't remember him specifically like sleepwalking, but yeah, interesting conversations while he sleeps.
Dude, my daughter almost flipped out of her own bed on the top bunk, dude.
That's so dangerous.
Luckily, luckily, like literally, me and her mother were like in sort of like in the kitchen. You could see into like the bedroom, and she's talking, and so like we went to the door, and she literally just rolls back off the like the head of her bed.
Shit.
Yeah, man, and like she
The
was kind of holding
Exorcist?
herself up. No, almost like she was doing like a back roll. Yeah, man, it was nuts.
Wow.
They'll get up in the middle of the night and walk into the kitchen, and you just you let them do their thing, but they
I don't
navigate
know. That would
fine.
freak me out.
I
Man.
mean,
like-
Yeah,
that's
it-
scary shit.
It
You
was
ever see
worrisome
someone
when they were
open
younger.
their eyes and look at you when they're
No.
asleep? I saw
No.
that shit. That was weird.
Nothing
'Cause it's
scares
not
me
them.
more than somebody opening their eyes wide like that. So
When they're
never do
asleep.
that again.
When they're
Well, what
asleep.
I will
what-
fucking attack.
What
your
about somebody who
ass.
sleeps with their
No,
eyes
just now
partially
in
open?
general, man.
Have you ever seen anybody who sleeps with their eyes
you
like
wouldn't have wanted to
partially
play
open?
with Jordan then.
Oh
You
god.
scare the shit out of me, man.
I hear a lot of stuff in my sleep. Like I retain the information that's said like while I'm sleeping. So if my girl's talking to the kids,
So
or
that's where he
something-
gets his sports takes from. He falls asleep during sports
ESPN,
center.
yeah,
he comes in with them.
So like my girl will be having like a conversation with the kids, and I'll wake up like I'm just sleeping on the couch, and she'll be like, yeah, so Michaela said this, da, da, da. And I'm like, yeah, I got it. And she's like, dude, you got to stop that. And I'm like, it's not something I do like consciously. Obviously, like I'm just retaining the information. But yeah,
You must be good at compartmentalizing because that would drive me fucking nuts. If I knew what people were saying when I was asleep or I was always hearing everything,
well, I'm a lucid dreamer.
you know you're dreaming.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Do you
That
try to
brings me-
fly immediately and go fuck bitches?
There's
She's what I do. I'm flying or I'm fucking
you mean
bitches.
you mean my girl? Yes, I do. I that's the only
I'm
woman
like,
in my
okay, I'm
dreams.
asleep. Where is it?
Yeah, it's the only woman in my dreams.
Everyone, don't pretend you don't do that.
No, all of the same rules apply to dreaming.
It's not cheating if it's your own imagination. You're basically fucking yourself.
yeah, you try to
It's
get
like,
away
who
with
did I
that.
imagine? But it's worse. It's like I'll be like, "Where is she?" And it's like the ugliest woman, and I'm like, "That's the best I could do."
In my own dreams? I can't even give myself a 10.
Yeah, can't even do it.
That brings
Sorry.
me to a thought. Like you had like last week. It was like I tripped my wife out so. I mean, she doesn't smoke on a regular basis, but I let her smack the bong the other night, and I was like, "All right, you ready to trip out?" And I had that point where what you said, like I think we were talking about scientists. It was like a headline that was out of context. It was like about the eyes becoming alive, like after they're
Oh,
dead or
yeah,
some shit like
yeah.
that. And he was like, "Can you imagine if when you die, you're consciously aware that you're dead, but you can't do nothing about it?"
Yeah, that's probably the scariest option.
Isn't that
right?
wild? Like to think,
Like,
dude,
yeah.
she was like,
Yeah.
nah, I can't do this. Ah.
I would imagine that's the worst case scenario.
Each day I get deeper into sobriety, the easier it is for me to hear that and go, "Never mind."
Forever.
Forever. Yeah, it's,
Dominic
Someone-
Dominic D, how you doing, bud?
yeah, like
Just trying to
All the sleep trend stuff
Interact.
And he's gone.
is super weird. Just like how certain people sleep and how they don't. It's all very, very weird and like dreaming. I can throw fast punches in my sleep though, like in my dreams.
Man, yeah.
You have
in my
do you have
dreams.
proof of this?
Yeah,
I don't.
wanna know.
don't. But all the other rules apply. So like I can't. You know, I can't like jump off of something and like I'll wake
You
up
have a
before I hit the
consent
ground. All
Do
of
you,
that stuff.
when
yeah.
you go to punch someone, does it go past their face? Is it like...
No, I make contact, but that's the only rule that like I've heard from dreams that doesn't apply. Everything else applies. Like I've never hit the
where
ground.
You're carrying something very gentle and you can't fucking... It keeps falling out of your hands.
No, but everything is light.
Oh.
There's nothing heavy.
I always had this dream where I was carrying like this child and I just kept dropping it.
Jesus, man.
I didn't
Wow.
choose the dream.
I thought you were gonna say.
And
yeah,
I
thought you were
also
gonna say
have
like
the
a-
dream that it's the end of the year in high school and I'm not in
I
high
have
school.
Adam's phone. I'm trying to attack his algorithm.
Go for it.
Therapy.
No,
Yeah.
I'm in that, and it's normal to talk about these feelings.
It is normal now. Yeah, it is
Okay,
normal.
so you ever have the dream where it's the end of high school or college, and suddenly you're about to graduate, but you forgot to go to a fucking class, so you're running around trying to find all the fucking ways to fix it, and you can't, and you didn't graduate.
I don't think I dream.
I believe
that
I
dream
have
all
had
the
a
time.
similar
consumption.
dream.
Everybody has that dream.
I believe I've had
or
that
something
similar
like
dream.
it.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I've
my
had
You
it.
can't get your shoes on, and the party started, and you're like, I gotta have my fucking pants on, my shoes on.
Yeah, I've had some of those weird ones where it's like simple things, and I just like I skip past it. So like I'm trying to get my shoes on, and I can't get them on, so like I just like throw on slides.
You know, I had it
You
odd.
miss the party, but the dream ends before you get where you're going.
Most of my dreams are actually like nightmares.
Really.
Yeah, but they're not nightmares because I'm controlling. If that makes
You're
sense
lucky
to you.
you can control them.
If that makes sense to you. So like my dreams are like they're not like gory horror movies, but a lot of them include suspense, we'll call it, and stuff like that. But it's all under control, so it's not scary, if you will.
You notice the feelings are more intense in your dreams? Like
No.
love and hate and pain, they're like more intense.
No, I think they're more dull. Like people wake up and they feel so like their dream brought them to some sort of emotion. Mine don't do that.
Mine are more intense. Like I can feel pain harder. I can feel happiness bigger. Maybe my life is a dream and my dream is life. You know?
Well,
Like, I don't know.
Well, no, but I think that would make sense. Like where I am in control of most aspects of my dream, then it doesn't create that. Like if you're writing, or let's say you're in the movie, right? You're an actor, so if you're in the movie. And it's like a romantic comedy, like you're not feeling the way that the people who are seeing the movie for the first time are feeling, because like you know what the script is, like so you have to put yourself in that role, but you're not feeling the way of somebody who doesn't know what's
It's
going
not
to happen.
impulsive reaction.
Correct, and I think that's probably why mine are like more dulled out in terms of the emotion.
Oh,
Feeling.
well, because you have more of a cognizance that your dreams are your own you're aware in the moment. Of
Yeah.
your dream. That's interesting that so you don't have many dreams where you're surprised that you're dreaming.
No,
That's fucking crazy.
no, I have had situations where I've woken up in my dream, but I'm actually still dreaming.
I've had that.
Yeah, I've had that
a couple times.
And that for me was troubling, because like even though I woke up in my dream and I had control over the fact that like I realized I was still dreaming, then I couldn't wake myself up out of the second dream, and that lack of control, I guess, was what was sort of anxiety inducing.
Do you tend to have like more vivid dreams or dreams like that when you have like an insomniac or an insomnia? You know, I
No.
don't know what kind of.
I tend to dream that way only when I do get sleep. So like my naps, like my
Right, so
hour
I'm
and a
saying
half,
like if
2
you
hours.
go like 2 days or you don't have like a lot of sleep, do you when you get that sleep, do you have that, or
Yeah.
do you think like a more consistent sleep schedule might be a little?
It could fix it, but I don't necessarily want to fix it. Like
Like
I
it.
like it the way it is.
Hold on. Oh, damn
Oh.
it, I'm on a different.
I thought that was Burt. I was like, his voice sounded.
Breaking news.
That's actually a great incoming song because I was going to say Bert started drinking today.
Oh.
I've had some makers, and now I'm working on 2 different trades simultaneously. A $10,000 trade and a $5,000 trade simultaneously.
Do you need an adult?
Yeah.
No.
maybe
I
do the
make the
trades
best trade night trades.
prior to the makers. Maybe
No,
make the trades?
no. I don't get as any trades done. I'm scared to move shit. I don't want to like change values of stuff.
I like it.
When I'm drinking, I'm like, let's trade.
I like it. Inhibitions. I like it.
I'm looking for a Mike Trout auto. I might trade into a Mike Trout auto. So he's got a value at 85. The last 9.5 did 10 G's.
Okay.
So I think it's a little undervalued. I don't know that it still goes for 10 G's. 85 is probably a good price. Adam's shaking his head, but he doesn't know the card market very
Are you
well.
giving up F1
He only
in
knows
order to get this?
he only knows 1990 and prior.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Anything
That's it.
after Patrick Ewing?
In F1, yes, we're trying to make a big deal for a $6,000 F1 card.
F1,
Okay,
you're
but
on
you're
your
not
own.
getting out of F1 to get the Trout.
Not F1 to get the Trout.
Okay.
The other F1 trade is F1 for F1.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. What are you trying to get?
Either a Max Verstappen to 5,
No
PSA
stopping for
10.
stopping. Okay.
or a Lewis Hamilton to 5, PSA 9.
Go with Louis the Great if you can. Go with Louis the Great.
Since they finally figured out that Mercedes car.
Yeah,
I just
exactly.
figured I'd share that with you guys.
I love it.
Well,
Yeah,
thank
you,
since
Burt.
I'm here, I'll take a hit of Teddy's pen.
I love it.
Come in as many times as you want. This is your store.
Exactly.
I just want to say thanks. It's my fault.
I know. I set it up and then knocked it down for you. Yeah.
Yeah. Self-pass.
And you got the assist on the score sheet.
Assistant self-pass.
But yeah, controlling the dreams is cool. Like, I don't know, you get
You know
used to it.
The dreams I really hate, and then maybe they're not even dreams. They're like the in between dreams and non-dreams. It's like when you're falling asleep and you're like dreaming. That
Oh, yeah.
and then you quickly, oh shit, you like quickly fall and that like jumps.
Yep.
Oh,
wake
yeah,
you
yeah,
up.
yeah.
Fucking suck.
Yeah, but that's the best feeling.
'Cause I feel
Before
like-
the fall happens.
Yeah, but I
Or
feel like
the
you're
ball
in such a
gets thrown
relaxed.
into your face.
Do you have dreams about people you used to know and they're like so strangely, the relationship has frozen to
Yeah.
how it used to be?
That sounds
Like it
just-
could
yeah.
be an ex that you don't even care about, you don't even think about, and you wake up and you go, Jesus, I repressed the fact that that person meant that much to me, and I was
Yeah.
like frozen in time back to a time where that was a thing that
I
was
don't-
relevant, or any instance you relive and you're like, what the
No.
fuck?
No, I don't think so. My 7th grade English teacher.
You don't apply to this because you control all your dreams.
Yeah, my 7th grade English teacher shows up a lot in my dreams.
Was there an incident?
Next question. No, she was pretty influential. But no, she just shows up like her
Sound
face.
effect.
I need to find something.
Yeah,
man.
her face just shows up.
Stay fresh, cheese bags.
Like she's not she's never like in a key role, right? So like if I'm in a dream and I go to like grab some pizza, right? Like she is behind the desk, out of sight, right? And like her like she's just there.
Yeah, we need to get a dream. We need to get a
guy.
You
need
open
a-
the pizza, it's bacon sausage
it's just-
pizza. She's like, nothing to see here.
Yeah, she was my first teacher crush, so that might have something to do with it. But
Interesting. Recurring characters in your dreams.
Oh, hey Zoltan, thanks for the view, bud.
You have any recurring characters in your dreams?
No, I mean all my dreams kind of are based off like what I'm dealing with. You know what I mean? Like I'll kind of like analyze it and be like, all right, you're stressed out here. You know what I mean? Like
Weird, like
okay.
put the pieces together.
yeah, but I don't typically have like. I mean, I dream a lot about like. I have reoccurring dreams like of my great grandfather. And it started back before he even like passed. It was around
really sharp dreams.
Yep.
That's
Oh,
weird.
yeah.
I have
Yeah,
one
yeah.
of a friend of
And it's
mine.
almost like smell and feel too. Like you know what I mean? Like you can smell it. I just kind of chalk those up to those guys like coming into you know what I mean into this realm and like while you're sleeping they're just saying what up.
Yeah.
You know, like
I never used to think that, but I have the only dream I have like that is a friend of mine who passed away like 15 years ago, and every time I have a dream about him, it's sharp as this conversation,
Yeah.
and he doesn't know that he died. And one time, 5 years ago maybe, I said in the dream, I was like, "You gotta stop fucking visiting me, freaking me out," and I
You
didn't
were
have
there,
another
like-
dream again.
You legit. Yeah. You legit.
Creepy. Who
That's
knows
like
if I was talking to myself or something real, but it was like
Well, you ever have
it
like
freaked
a-
me out a lot.
Yeah.
mine just playing all of its games.
Oh, who knows, man?
Yeah.
What were you?
Oh, I had a dream about M the dog a few years ago. He was in a couple of my dreams over and over.
Who's M the dog?
That's Maddie.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it's like we were besties. Well, because we are.
Yeah, they're best friends.
Yeah, the best of friends.
No, you're not.
Yes,
you told me
we
the
are.
other. No, I'm kidding.
We are ebony and ivory.
No, spill the beans.
Yeah, we are ebony and ivory. We are the best. We are inseparable.
So maybe that's something you secretly want.
Yeah, no, we like it was cool because there was somebody who was and I don't remember he was in a few of them. And he was like, just heavy on my heart at the time. Like I was just thinking about him. And yeah, like we were helping somebody who was like going through something traumatic. And like they had like made a comment about like Maddie sort of like shocking them. They were like, "Oh, no, you had this side of you." So like that was probably the last person who like recurred in my dreams. A lot outside of that, it's like the people that are in my life that are recurring in my dreams. So like my girl, obviously like Burt, like being the bestie, just family members and stuff like that. But nobody who like isn't around me on a daily basis. Like you guys will pop in at some point.
Have I ever been in your dream?
Not yet. We call that a nightmare.
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll
do
play.
scare the
Well,
hell out of
I
us.
know you couldn't control your dreams because if you could, I'd be in that shit.
No, I think
gonna go home and
I think
dream
my
about
mind
I'd be
is
all in your head.
Yeah, no, my mind is waiting for you for the right role. It's not quite Dexter, but
Yeah.
it's somewhere in that realm.
Hey.
It's like Joker.
Let me know when it happens. I've never dreamt about anybody I've met in the card market.
I can probably really.
We're
No,
not that
or my
interested.
mother. Never had a dream about my mother.
Huh.
Had one dream about my girlfriend.
Is that
Can I
one?
ask you a question about your mother?
Yeah.
Is she around?
Yes.
Okay. Good relationship?
I mean, you could call it around.
Okay.
but-
That's all I needed to know. I just didn't know. if
No,
maybe-
no, go ahead. I'm an
It
open
beats me-
book.
it
No,
beats
it's
me.
interesting.
We
It
don't
goes
get
back-
along that well. It's funny. I don't have any dreams about her at all. Never
But
have.
you talk. I mean, do you talk?
I
or you
talk
don't?
to her, but we don't really get along that well. But I do have dreams about my father occasionally. I can only remember 1 or 2 dreams about my brothers. I usually have. It's weird because it's like all my dreams are that kid who passed away, which is only like 5 dreams maybe. And then a few about some ex-girlfriends, like only 1 or 2 of them girlfriends that popped into my head, and it's random.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of my dreams are first person in like a fantasy world. Like a lot of it's not my life. It's like I have dreams where I'm like, oh man, I'm flying through space. Or here's a recurring one if you care. I'll be driving down the highway, like in New Hampshire, where the woods are for miles on both sides. I forget Route 3, like deep.
Yeah.
And I'll see a UFO go across and then shoot like a beam down, and there's UFOs in the sky. I have that dream a lot.
That's awesome. And I have like.
And it
similar
always
type
is
of-
cool to me.
Like as a kid, I had one where it was like, I would say a Godzilla type of character, right? It would, for some reason, keep terrorizing the same spot. Like it was like the house I grew up in.
Yeah, that's cool.
You know what I mean? It was just like, oh my God, we gotta run from this again. You know?
And it's scary, but not.
Yeah.
I'm just mad shallow out here. You guys' dreams are mad interesting.
I get ones about tornadoes touching down,
How do
but
you
they're
think
small.
I feel? I don't fucking remember mine.
Yeah, he's like, I don't.
Not at
I'm
all.
like, I don't
I
remember
don't,
any.
dude. I literally don't.
Do you-
If I remember one, it's like I'll remember it for like an hour and then I don't.
You did a lot, drink a lot, smoke a lot, anything a lot.
Yes.
That can depress your dreams.
My whole life, though.
Really?
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. I never.
Maybe
I couldn't.
subconsciously.
I mean, he's
like,
sitting here. He's sitting here like,
I have weird ones.
yeah, like thinking of
Vivid
the
ones,
actual number of
I
them.
believe in like.
I
the-
couldn't tell you
Well,
one.
it's like
of
which
my
ones I
past
can
dreams.
remember. I'm sure there's a few more, but
Oh yeah, of course, but I couldn't tell you one.
Yeah.
not one dream.
That
Do
I've
you
had.
dream like every?
Really?
What about nightmares? Do you wake up from nightmares and just not remember them, but you know the feeling? Like you
Yes.
wake up like that. Okay.
Oh, so
I
it's
just
like-
don't remember
It's
it.
blacked out. Yeah.
Yes, I that's what I feel like. It's blacked out.
Huh. I've had that. I mean, that's
I'm a
most people's
drunk
experience.
dreamer.
How many nightmares do we have? People?
I don't get
Yeah.
many nightmares.
How about you?
I had a nightmare recently where we were like at Tony's house for some reason, and we were all like in his pool and stuff, and like for some reason, me, Rob, and somebody else,
It's
I
a
can't
nightmare.
remember.
It's
right?
a nightmare.
We went to Tony's room, like we're like, oh, we gotta find a
Jesus.
spot to
Oh,
change,
God.
right? And like Rob went in his bathroom, like very nice house, you know. like a $5,000 mattress. I don't know why they had that. They're fucking crazy.
Seems on brand.
They had a 5,000.
Yeah, it was a beautiful bed. It was like the mattress alone was amazing. The bed had, it was crazy. So like we just kind of made a mess, like getting ready. And Tony's wife and Tony walked in the room and they're like, they just got so mad at us, like just because we were just like
You
in
fucked
the
up
room.
their $5,000 bed.
Yeah, that's
your
a
wet
very
bathing suit on it.
that might have been the only time I've ever like really dreamt about like people in my life. Now I've never met his wife.
But
I
what
couldn't
was
even
the-
tell you if it was his wife.
Yeah.
Right? It was just a character.
It was all you, anyway.
It was weird, man. But like Rob was in the room, and I mean in the bathroom,
Rob.
and he was getting like, right, like we were just having a barbecue, man, and he just punched.
Usually
in, like,
nightmares
what the fuck
are
is
like
this?
getting murdered
funny.
and shit. This kid's at Tony's house at a pool party.
And we fucked up the bed.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Threw his
I
wet
was a-
bathing
I
suit
was
on
like,
the mattress
damn
and
We
got
all-
yelled at.
Yeah, we all have our fears.
My worst dreams usually involve somebody passing away, like father or something like that. And it's
They
very
say, like,
vivid to
usually-
me.
Usually, when somebody like passes away in a dream, that like something like you know what I mean, like a new like child or something. You know, somebody's gonna have a kid. Somebody in your life gets
weird.
pregnant. You know what I mean? They have like dreams have meanings.
Well, it's fears too. It's subconscious because, like he said, he can hear things when he's asleep. You're hearing and seeing things all the time. Sometimes I'll walk through a crowd or go to a store and do a bunch of shit, and I'll see a bunch of stuff, but I'm thinking about, oh, what did I forget yesterday? Oh, this person having a conversation in my head with myself about the past.
It's just like what you said about driving home, or
You
like
pick up
reading about-
on it.
Yeah, like you don't
yeah.
know.
And then you have a dream and you're like, oh, I did see that yesterday, but I didn't consciously see that.
Yeah.
Sometimes my dreams are continuations of things that I didn't explain to myself.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, sometimes I honestly like I take the easy way out of my own dreams. Like those are my like I don't have like nightmares, but like probably the most recent one. I couldn't tell you like what happened throughout the entire dream, but it ended up being like a bunch of people that were like at the end of like a waterfall, right? And like I just knew it was gonna go poorly from there, and so I woke myself up, and I woke up and I was like, ah, pussy.
I can't stand to see this thing I created.
Yeah. And I'm like, dude, you bailed before the good part.
Do you ever fly in your dreams?
No.
You ever try?
No.
I know that in anyone. No,
I can't.
No.
I can't
Other-
really put it together.
Other like
This is a weird
superhuman
room for
feats.
dreams.
Other
Yeah, well, I
superhuman feats
smoke-
for sure.
daily, so like I know that my dreams
Have
are
you
like
ever had a
suppressed.
flying dream?
Like flying how? Like if I'm
'Cause,
flying?
like
in
I'll
the
try to
air, like-
run and fly, and then I can only get like 20 feet in the air. It's like, and I have to get a gust of wind to fly.
When I
higher.
was younger, I
Flew on a
have
banshee this weekend.
I have flown and I have flown and ended up like rolling in my sleep, like rolling off the bed and stuff like that. Like
Oh, I never moved.
when I was little, but not as an adult or any like not
You never
14
move?
or up.
Dude, like I need like weighted blankets sometimes because like I'll be like
I
feeding people in my
no,
shit
but I assume
I'll
Adam
end up
sleeps
on the floor.
like a vampire. I assume Adam sleeps like a vampire. If I had to guess,
Upside down.
yeah. If
have
I had to
apnea,
guess,
you
arms
can't.
Got the whole
crossed.
setup and everything.
Yeah.
Guys,
He's got a coffin, too.
Just because you don't understand doesn't mean you're right.
Ah, I don't know.
Whatever this button is.
Tony's a douche.
Yeah.
There we
that
go.
one.
Whatever this button is, and he chose the right one. And he chose the right one.
Holy shit! Trade Night podcast is always the funnest time of the week.
Yeah, it's like the opportunity where we get to just like go off structure and just
Yeah.
like wherever. it
First
goes.
segment was cool. We talked UFC and the
Yeah.
sister stage. Well, the sister channel that they're trying to create.
Yeah, and that's picking up
League.
some ground. Yeah,
It's gonna be fun.
You guys
for
ever
sure.
wonder what's going through Jeff's head?
No.
No, I like
Nothing.
no. Me and Jeff are very similar.
No. Come
Yeah.
on.
Look, I don't know this to be fact.
You're nothing like Jeff.
But I've been told by people that are pretty close to us that we are
So
very
a girl
similar.
you both slept with.
No, God, no.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't have any Eskimo brothers because there's only been one woman, and I was her first ever. So there's nobody else exists. That's
Jeff's a bitch.
Perfect.
yeah, but like I think he's more introspective than most people think. Would be my guess. And I don't know, man. He's kind of like
You think
he's
he's
full
like?
of knowledge.
You think he's like a kid?
No, man.
naive kid
No.
inside, or do you think he's like over it?
Neither.
I can't tell.
Here's where me and him do differ. I think he's a super knowledgeable dude who just loves picking up more information, and because of it, he's super deep. That's my guess. Just like,
Is he optimistic or pessimistic?
realistic. Like I don't think that my guess would be that it would be tough for people to disappoint him because he doesn't have any expectations of people not disappointing other people. Like that's what they do. So like my guess is that he would be like, oh well, I mean this is what people do. They tend to disappoint, and people get hurt when they get their hopes up instead of living in reality. That'd be my guess. But like just randomly, like certain things will come up, and like even like how I dubbed him like the Sauce King, because like we would be out somewhere to eat, and I'm like, oh, what is that? And he'd be like, oh, it's a such and such sauce. They do it this way with like a hint of ginger.
Well, he worked
and
in a
da-da-da.
restaurant. So.
Yeah. No, but I get it, but not like this is very different than the ones that he worked in. And I'm like, oh, how did you get that? And he's like, oh, you can palletize that stuff. And I'm like, okay, cool. And then like a random fact will come up, and he'll be like, oh, no, actually it's this, da 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 da. And I'm just like, who knows that? And so like I think he just sits back and like he's
Like when he has a question,
quiet.
he figures out the answer online.
Yeah, not even like almost what I do, like playing devil's advocate with you. So and everybody,
I wish you'd
I
stop.
disagree. And it's so that I can understand multiple points of view, and so that I can get like a full spectrum of like what the possible answers could be. So like I'll challenge everything that you say so that I can find out like what would somebody who's a skeptic think of it? What is somebody who was just more curious about it think of it? What if I was brought up this way? Would I view it this way? Like so I can get other ideas. I think that's what he does every day. Like and some of it is just being quiet.
I don't know.
Dude, his knowledge is a little silly. Like on certain things, it's a little silly.
He's the Sauce King.
He is the Sauce King. He is the Sauce King. But
Pretty
yeah,
saucy.
He acts like he was incarcerated. He just keeps his mouth shut until it's necessary.
I would
Yeah, man, he does.
I'd like for you to like analyze me.
I mean,
I don't have any issues with you.
Oh,
Jeff's a
you have an
bitch.
issue with Jeff?
Jeff is a cunt.
if I were to analyze you,
And
like
we're banned.
Jeff and I hate
right, for bullying.
No, I like
Yeah,
it.
no, I don't think there would be like a ton to analyze. I think you are an open book. Like you are.
As open as it gets.
If there's a way to say this,
Really?
I think you're your own worst enemy.
no, you're a cool nerd.
If anyone dislikes you, it's yourself, which I have that. Everyone has that.
Facts.
Where you are doing nothing wrong, but sometimes you say to yourself, "Fucking shit," like you're gonna down yourself before anyone else does.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
There's nothing bad about you that I see.
Yeah, I think like what you get on the surface for you is what you get. Like you have your passions, and like you're always seeking knowledge in your passions. Like it seems like want to be like a subject matter expert in what you're working on, right? Like, and so like you'll find a new program and you'll be like, okay, let me dive into this. Let me master this. Like I've seen it with like just your video creation, all of that. Like it needs to be to your standard. It needs to be perfect. Like you need to make sure that you look at it like from different views and see how aesthetically it's going to be pleasing to somebody. You think out your processes and stuff like that. And like you're like, I mean, you're the Geek Squad basically, right?
You're genuine.
No, but like that's like you don't try to hide that. Like you have what you are passionate about, and it's like it's all obviously cool shit because like we're in that industry. Right. But you're like, if you don't like that, if you don't like my music, like if you don't like this, like that's cool. Like do you? Like I'm just gonna be unapologetically me, and like I think you just have a belief that you live your life the right way, and that like that's how you should live it.
Oh yeah.
I think you subscribe to an order when I think a lot of people don't. They say they do. Some people go to church and they have an order that they kind of believe in, that they just follow because they're supposed to.
Right.
I think you kind of have faith in the system, not the system, but the universal truths. I think you're kind of like, it's going to work out, but what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, kind of, I sense that.
Yeah.
Now, Teddy, I can't figure this motherfucker out.
There's nothing to figure out.
What do you
Teddy
love doing? What if someone says, check this out? You're like, oh my God, my day is better. Is there anything? And I feel like you're going to say, no.
Yeah, whatever it is that they're excited about.
No, you.
Yeah,
what are
yeah,
you
whatever it is.
excited
Teddy's
about?
like,
Whatever
What
it is.
Ten
makes
toes
you
down,
happy?
man.
whatever it is that they're
What do
excited
you mean?
about.
No, you.
Yeah. My excitement comes from others. Yeah.
That's bullshit.
I'm
Nah,
dead
he's
serious.
got his excitements.
That's
I
not
know. I know
possible.
some things about Teddy.
Yeah, like I'm a very.
Let's be real here.
But let
I'm a
me
what
very
tell you-
website
I'm
is
a,
it?
I'm a very simple man, and I do like a couple of things for my enjoyment, but for the most part, like I get enjoyment from like others enjoying themselves. Like my experience is always good. Like I have a fantastic woman who makes sure that I live a stress-free life, and that allows me the freedom to honestly focus on like the happiness of others and just like to big others up and to help support their happiness. Like,
It's a nice answer, and I believe it.
no, it's dead true.
But
Yeah, but I do
you're
have
on an island
I
alone.
Yeah.
None of these people exist. They never existed.
yeah.
You woke up on an island, didn't have a memory, but you had the same impulses and interests that you have. You know how society is. You know that there's women out there. You know there's all these things out there, cards, all this stuff, but you don't remember your old life. So you're like, amnesia in a sense. What would you have you had you had no family? What would be the thing on that island, this new world, that you'd be like, holy shit, I can do anything. This is what I'm going to do.
Probably whatever was most like complex. Like whatever would allow me to like sort of pick it apart in 30 different ways.
So you like challenges and mysteries.
Yeah, but I don't even like the actual challenge of it. Like I like some of that
Something to
endless
do?
stuff. Yeah, just like when we talked about like simulation theories and stuff like that.
Existential activity.
Yeah, like I just like to learn. Like I just like to hear people's points of view. I like to learn different points of view. So like if I was on an island, there was nobody else there, and I was like alone, then I would probably find out like why certain animals and insects and stuff do what they do. Like
So it's not about the subject, it's about the action. It's
Yeah.
about the research, the journey.
yeah, and
Yeah, I
other
can
people's
relate to
interest
that.
in it. So like,
Yeah.
do I have an interest in the supernatural? No. Like per se, in terms of like, yeah, I'll go down the rabbit hole, but like I don't have like anything rooted in my interest. But like I'll talk to you about it because like you do have an interest in it, and that interests me, right? So like
Yeah.
hearing your point of view on it interests me. Like then I'll ask 3 other people what their views are on it, and
Yeah.
then I will try to poke holes in like your theories and way you look at it and try to give you a different way of looking at it that you haven't.
I want that. Yeah, I don't want people
Yeah.
to go, yeah, huh? Like,
Yeah, exactly. And like that's honestly like my thing. But outside of that, like I have like one
you're-
vice, one interest,
you
true
like
interest.
just being here.
That a couple of the guy, and I'll tell you off air what it is, but I have one interest that I indulge in myself, and that's it. But outside of that,
I
like
told you not to tell them about me.
outside of it, like that's it. Like
Well-
I like interesting conversation. That's really it. And I don't know much. Like so, we all think we know a lot.
Yeah. No,
but like we don't.
I'm arrogant until someone proves me wrong. I go, oh, you did know.
Yo, but-
I didn't know it.
But just in case M the dog is listening, I do know everything.
Yeah.
and he still loves you, so step it up, Matt. Don't be an emotional baby.
Yeah, and
And you
honestly,
neither. And you neither.
and I know sometimes he gets a little angry, even though we're
I feel like you
besties.
need to mediate them.
Me, I can
Yeah.
mediate them.
Well,
but-
he gets
but
a little
they're not
angry
going to
because of our
see
love.
me. They're going to see their own idea of what each other was at their worst moment.
No, because I don't think
That's
Matt,
like when I look at my girlfriend, I'm like, you're not a pretty woman. You're a fucking problem. And yesterday you fucking left the toilet paper. There's no one here. There's just the memory of the problem this created. But if you walk in and you just see her, you go, oh, yeah, that's nice. Like, it's just like, what the fuck?
No,
is my
Maddie
brain
loves
doing?
me. I want to state that Maddie loves me. He just doesn't like my tone. He loves me though.
Well, who likes your tone?
I don't know. He doesn't.
Yeah.
He doesn't vocalize that he loves you like
Deep down though.
enough.
No, but
It's very mean. I was listening to the last show on the way down the other day, and I was like, damn.
yeah, but it comes from
Were they together?
no,
last
no-
show,
yeah,
no,
2
you
shows
guys
ago we
haven't-
were together, and he tried to tell me he hated me. He like I get it, like negging is a thing, and like
Maybe
that's what he's
that's
trying to do. He's trying to neg me a little
I think
bit
the two
to
of you
build
have
that
to
love
find what you have in common.
or
rather
love
than-
for each other.
Rather than
How about
what
we
your
have
past is.
Fresh Pulls fight night?
No, I mean, it's
I
just-
will-
Eddie versus Maddie.
It
Well, there are
doesn't get-
weight classes for a reason, but I'd be glad to.
It has
Oh,
nothing.
no.
See, this is where we go south. We were gonna say something like, "There's no real problem here," but now we're like, "Well, if there's no
Fight it
real
out,
problem,
bitch.
I'll make a fucking problem, and
No,
I'll
we
be the
gotta-
winner of the fake problem that didn't happen." The next thing you know, the shower is over, and you've been arguing with yourself for half an hour,
No,
and you
no.
won
We-
it,
we-
but it didn't really happen.
We do have a problem. We do have a problem. His problem is his his problem with me is my tone. And my problem with him is that I just don't like I need to be shown love from the people who love me, and I need him to show that love.
It's funny because I don't really like either of you two.
I don't
and
blame you.
I don't get it because we're all so likable.
Well, yeah, I think we are, right?
You like me?
Yeah.
No, I think
Now,
we're-
this man I can't figure out. We want to talk about people who are enigmas, and this dude I can't figure out.
Damn straight.
I don't. Why?
Why? Why can't you figure him out?
there's
He's
nothing to figure.
He gives me nothing.
it's a newspaper,
a good man.
black and white.
He gives me nothing.
Good man. That's it.
Great
and
guy.
he moves in silence, and I respect it.
He's at the. How old are you?
28. I turned 29 in a month.
He's at the age where he is still figuring out how the fuck he wants you to view him. At 32, you're going to start saying, "How do I want to view me?" And at like close to 40, you're going to say, "I don't give a fuck how anyone or myself views me. I'm me." And that's what happens.
That's where you're at, right?
I gotta wait.
I'm
That
at,
last
the, I'm
stage.
at the point where I've realized what others think of me or say about me is none of my fucking business and has nothing to do with who I am.
All the way down to the core. You don't care.
Don't care.
That's interesting.
I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings.
Yeah.
But if they think something that I said was offensive to them,
Yeah.
I probably didn't mean it how they're interpreting it. I'm not trying to be an asshole. I'm not like, in spite of you, I am myself. I'm more like, hey, this is me. It's fucking weird. That's cool. If you don't like it, whatever. But a lot of people don't dislike people. Like if I'm purely myself, the weird ass person that I am, I'm more likely to attract people than if I hide that and try to tell you what you want to hear or what I think you want to hear, or if I try to make you see me how I think I want you to look at me and I try to be this thing, it's inauthentic, it's detectable, and subconsciously we won't be attracted to it. So I just tried to stop controlling what people think of me.
I agreed with everything you said, and that hurts me because I really wanted to say I disagree. How do
I'm
you
not
want to
gonna-
be viewed?
How do I want to be viewed?
Yeah.
We don't
So
know.
just a good guy.
Yeah.
That's all I care
Stop
about.
doing that. Because
Yeah.
you know what? You are a good guy.
I know.
Did you see that? That's his. That is how he handles every situation. It's just
I do. I
Hey.
do everything for others, so that's all I really care about.
You
How
and
about
your
you?
brother, I sense,
they are. Yeah.
I like you guys. I'm waiting for that one day because you're new and I still like you. You're new in my brain. That I say something and you go, oh, hell no.
No,
Because there's always
Nah, you
that
won't ever
moment
catch
where I'm
that.
like, I like
no,
this
we're
thing.
very,
You're like,
we're
what?
very reasonable.
This isn't a place where I feel like
Yeah.
a lot of people are judging in that sense. I don't.
everyone-
I don't
You
feel
can say
it.
whatever you
Consciously.
want. I heard a crazy ass joke yesterday that I won't even repeat it.
Is it like really inappropriate?
Yeah, it's really bad.
Yeah, but it's like it's
Is it
co- it's comedy.
racially
Though.
Is it? Was it? Was it from?
Which are the
Get
best
outta
jokes?
here.
Was
Which
it
are the
from-
best jokes?
Was it from somebody you respected?
Tell the
and then,
joke,
like, lowered
edit it
the-
out.
Just
Low, yeah, right.
Just come back to the laugh. And Teddy's punching us in the face.
Joe's like, so a guy walks into a bar. Thanks for joining us, Adam. I'm going to Kelly's.
yeah. Ooh, I need to go to sleep.
You need to go to sleep.
I fell
What are you going to
asleep
sleep on the way
at
home?
4 a.m. and then I was up at 7.
That's not the life to live.
He just came from Florida.
I flew in and I came to the studio.
No, that's
I landed
dedication,
at
though.
7:15.
You must have felt
and I
like
was
P.
here by
Diddy.
8:50. I do.
right?
Hell yeah.
I
Dude,
never want
and,
to.
and he's got the gear on, like, and he's branded
I
out.
traveled in it
Yeah,
too.
man.
Yeah.
Do you
Look at
ever
that.
notice you don't want to do the podcast, and then when you're doing the podcast, you don't want to stop doing the podcast?
Yeah.
Or is that just my Asperger's?
No, get it.
I have a hard time going, but once I'm going, I can't stop.
Dude, you're welcome every week.
I
legit.
want to. I would
Legit.
love to.
So whenever.
It's
like,
hard to get in the car, and then it's hard to start driving. Then you
All right.
want
Well,
to stop.
we got to put you in a group.
I did
message.
realize that the
Yeah.
last time. I did realize that the last time you, like, I kind of cut it short. I'm not sure why, but, like, you were kind of just like, oh. And you, like, kind of like.
I could
just
do
like,
this
Damn
forever.
it.
Yeah.
I could do it forever.
No, I
Alright,
love
so-
it when you're on. I appreciate it.
next Tuesday, buddy.
Yeah.
If
You just
I'm
have you
welcomed-
both. You two both just have a level of intelligence that's just like beyond.
Bunch of freaks.
I have
Nah,
fun.
it's not,
Bunch
it's
of
not
fruit.
intelligence. It's just
I'm
curiosity.
still convinced Adam's a murderer.
That's
yeah,
all
facts.
right.
But the most efficient murder.
I'm
'cause
not-
He's still here.
He's just
I'm in-
never gonna get caught.
I'm in remission.
He's
The only thing I murdered was my own self-esteem. And after that, I was like, this hurts so much. No more.
Oh boy.
Oh my god! I want to end this right, but I seen a video of Hannibal Buress.
Oh my.
You know Hannibal, obviously.
Oh yeah.
Dude, this lady asks him a question. I'm not sure who it was, but she was like, "You're known to be a little bit of a gambler. What are the odds that you're happy?" And I like in the video, it kind of just like shows him analyze that question a little bit, and he just kind of just falls into like the Eric Andre Hannibal,
Oh.
and he goes, "You know, to prepare for this, I hired like 5 girls who looked like you, and I sat them around the sound stage, and I hired them to just yell passive aggressive things to me. And I don't know, I think I overdid it because it's kind of going wild up here." So then he goes like this. He goes, leans back with his glasses, and she goes, "Oh, okay, I see what's happening. Insert the prop comic." And he goes, "Nah, it's easier not to make eye contact with you." And he just like plays out the character. I fucking
Dude,
love
he's
him
great.
so
Also
much.
brought down
Bill Cosby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He was saying, people were like, what?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh man.
It's funny how many things come out after the first person's like, oh, here's some proof. And then everyone's like, oh, we already knew that.
Yeah.
That's why you get rid of all your victims.
Kevin, you bet your bitch ass.
Talking about the
You want to
Clintons.
know what? The only good secret is
Shit, I'm
between,
next.
The only good secret's between you and a dead guy. I don't know. Never heard that expression. It's true.
Exactly.
The other day, I texted someone something. I said, don't show this to anyone. Someone else showed it to me. I was like, I fucking told you, Eric.
Now you gotta go.
Damn
It's
it.
been a pleasure tonight, gentlemen.
Hey man, thank you. I appreciate
Love you, boys.
You
Adam,
too.
we'll put you in a group message just so on Tuesday we can text you and say, "Hey, bud, get in the car."
I
Yeah,
can't
man. Give me
wait.
your number. I need
We'll
it.
push you.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. I don't have your numbers.
I was thinking about that.
Maybe that's a bad
I'll
idea.
need,
gonna
I'll need
consider
it to
it.
find your houses.
Yeah, I don't know. Can you get IP addresses and shit and stuff
We're
like
gonna
that
get
from-
text messages at 3
I
a.m.
personally can.
Ah, shit.
We're gonna get you up texts from Adam.
Yeah, around 2 a.m.
TruePeopleSearch.com.
My number is
fresh, cheese bags.
8675309.
You're a bully. They're talking about her sleep. It's like, oh, you call me out, Dad. Damn. Stop sleepwalking. Freaking me out. Freaking me out.
And the energy